the owl's directions, she navigated the tangled undergrowth, her delicate wings beating tirelessly. Finally, she found the child, a tiny human babe nestled amongst the roots of a giant oak. Its eyes were wide and innocent, its small face streaked with dirt and deep within the whispering woods of Eldoria, where sunlight dripped through ancient leaves like liquid gold, lived Elara, a healer fairy, renowned for her gentle touch and even gentler heart. The fairies of Eldoria, with their shimmering wings and ethereal beauty, rarely interacted with humans, bound by ancient laws that separated their worlds. But Elara, with her compassionate spirit, often found herself questioning these rules. One starlit evening, a wise old owl, Hootis, with eyes like polished amber, landed on Elara's windowsill. His voice, raspy with age, carried a message of urgency. A human infant, lost and alone, was wandering the perilous depths of the forest, threatened by an ancient curse that petrified those who touched it. Elara's heart clenched. The curse was a terrifying legend, whispered in hushed tones among the fairies. It was said to be a consequence of a long-forgotten feud between the human and fairy realms. Despite the risk and the clear violation of fairy law, Elara knew she couldn't leave the child to die. She gathered her healing herbs, tucked a protective charm into her satchel, and set off into the darkening woods. The air grew heavy with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. Shadows danced menacingly around ancient trees, their branches clawing at the sky like skeletal fingers. Following tears, Elara carefully scooped up the child, her heart aching at its vulnerability. The ancient curse was a palpable presence, a cold dread that seemed to cling to the air around the child. Elara knew she had to act quickly. Using her magical healing skills, she cleansed the child, weaving a protective spell around it that shielded it from the curse's touch. She hummed an ancient lullaby, a melody that soothed both her and the child. The child, sensing her kindness, nestled closer, its tiny hand gripping her finger. Days turned into weeks as Elara cared for the child, feeding it dew-kissed berries and singing it songs of the forest. She discovered a resilience in the child, a spirit that refused to be broken. The child, she named Lyra, thrived under her care. Eventually, Elara, with the help of Hootis, located the child's village. As she gently placed Lyra into the arms of her relieved parents, a sense of peace washed over Elara. She had disobeyed the rules, but she had saved a life. Returning to her fairy kingdom, Elara was met not with punishment, but with respect and admiration. Her act of compassion had touched the hearts of her people, reminding them that kindness transcended any law, and that sometimes, the greatest magic lies in the courage to break the rules for the sake of love and compassion.